Okay, so I'm doing some testing on my Boondocker setup. I've got it fully installed now. Been riding around with it for a few days, and now I want to see two things. How long will it take me to fill it up completely? And then after it's completely full, how much run time or how much time does it take to fully drain it if I have my spigot open 100%? So we're going to test both of those things right now. So I'm going to time it while I fill it, and I'll show you the stopwatch on camera. And then after that, we're going to time it while it runs dry. And I've got some ideas about how I could extend that, but let me just show you what I've got right now. Here we go. All right, so I started this timer, the stopwatch, as soon as I turn the water on. This is just my regular home connection coming off of my well. I mean, similar to a city water connection. I'm not sure what kind of pressure we're getting here, but that's what we're timing. How long does it take to fill this bad boy up? And I'll know it's full as soon as I hear water dripping out of the vent. So let's watch it. All right, water's coming out of the vent. That means it's done. So just a little under a minute and a half. So now we're on the other side, we're going to see how long it takes to completely drain the Boondocker. Now it's completely full. The vent is as high up as I can get it on the tank in a safe location. And I've even got the tank slightly tilted so that the vent and the entry point, well, so that the vent is the highest point. So that means the lowest point is the exit for the water that goes to the pump, that comes to the spigot. So I mean, it's close to 14 gallons as you can get the thing. And I'm using the C-Flow 12-volt pump, and I haven't changed or altered the pressure settings whatsoever, just as it comes from the factory, the default settings. I'll put up here in the video the actual model number so you can check out the specs on it if you're interested. How long will it take to empty completely the Boondocker tank, 14 gallons of water? And then, you know, do I need to be mindful of that when I'm out in the bush, when I'm out camping, when I'm using water? Because I don't like to be conservative with water. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so let me go energize the pump. And I've got my stopwatch zeroed out. As soon as I come back and turn on the hose or the spigot, okay, the pump came on, it shut off, still at zero. Let's do it like this. On your mark, get set, go. All right, so obviously I'm running low. I think we can call that. So 4 minutes and 23 seconds. And if I skip the video at all, it's because I got a couple of notifications and I'm trying to protect people's privacy. So if you saw a quick skip in the time, don't think I was playing games. I just got some notifications pop up on the screen. Something else I was curious about is how hot this little pump gets. And I mean, it's warm, but it's certainly not hot to it. But you know, I think a good practice would be that just to make sure that you de-energize the pump whenever there's no water in there, which I'm planning on de-energizing the pump constantly. You know, I'm only going to energize it when I need the pump to be running, so no issues there. So I think that's pretty cool. Almost 4.5 minutes, and there's still a little bit of water in the tank, of water straight, you know, completely wide open, 4 minutes straight. If I need to, you know, wash things, I'll put them into a little, you know, I have little buckets, little wash pans and things like that. I can do that, and there's no issue. But something else I think I'm going to do is to make some miser screw-on attachments for water spigots like that. So you screw it on and it decreases the amount of water flowing out of there. Obviously you don't have to turn it wide open either, which I wouldn't do unless I needed to, right? But there's a lot of things you can do to conserve water. But 4 minutes of time before I empty it completely out running wide open, that's pretty impressive. That amount of water is going to last me a long time. So I'm just going to keep tweaking it and keep testing it. And now the next thing is to plan a camping trip and put this thing through its paces and see how it does on the trails.